This is CBS 2 News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Paul Majors. Laura has a night off. Just when you thought it was safe to put away the winter blankets, a spring storm brings a chill to Southern California. Rain in the basin turned into snow in our local mountains. CBS 2 Inland Empire reporter Greg Phillips is braving the elements tonight, live in Running Springs. Greg.
Paul, good evening. The storm dumped 6 inches or more in most parts of the Big Bear area. It's great news for skiers and snowboarders, but it's also bad news for some of those same people that are headed up here for the weekend. All day long, the snow kept coming down in and around Big Bear.
This is great. Could snow in July as far as I care.
Good for some locals and those coming up the mountain to play in the fresh powder. The late winter storm also made driving extremely difficult.
Slowly and very carefully.
But no matter how careful some drivers were, it didn't really matter. Watch closely as this truck slides into the hillside, then around the curve out of control. These guys were forced to pull over and put on their snow chains. They didn't know the roads would be this bad.
Today we're struggling, and now we know next time we come up, we gotta be more proactive.
The storm kept the snow plows moving and emergency crews on alert as dozens of people like this guy got stuck. The CHP closed some roads they were just too dangerous to drive on. Some say they're ready for the skies to clear and the sun to come out for good.
I'm from Chicago, so I'm used to the snow, but it's April.
Oh, definitely was looking to be surfing by now, not sledding.
Well, he's got to go down the hill for that. If you're headed up this way for the weekend, you're going to want to bring your snow chains. CHP says, depending on the road conditions, you may not get up the mountain without them. We are live in Running Springs tonight. Greg Phillips, CBS 2 News.
Greg, thank you very much. Flip-flops met a fresh blanket of snow up near the Grapevine. The sudden storm looked more like something you'd see at Christmas, not at the end of April. A snow advisory was in effect earlier today. Forecasters predicted the storm would drop between 6 and 10 inches of snow at higher elevations in LA and Ventura counties. Heavy rain left some streets underwater today. This is Oxnard, where the water got so high on one road, drivers had to be rescued from their vehicles. The much-needed rain fell all across Southern California, but there were no major problems reported. Another storm is headed our way, so will your weekend be a washout? Johnny Mountain will be along in just a few minutes with the forecast. In other news, an early morning fishing trip turned to tragedy. 3 men drowned when their small boat capsized in Big Bear Lake. Someone reported seeing the unmanned boat, and shortly after, deputies found the bodies of 3 men, all from San Diego County. Experts say the water temperature was about 49 degrees this morning when the boat must have tipped over. When deputies found it, the fish the men had caught were still tied to the boat. Well, tonight we've uncovered a California connection to that deadly shooting at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston. A contract worker shot a hostage to death before taking his own life. CBS 2's Jennifer Savi is live in Pasadena with the latest on this for us. Jen.
Paul, as you know, we began this week with a horrific shooting in a college campus in Virginia, and we are ending the week with another shooting on another type of campus, a corporate one, this time NASA in Houston. And as you said, this one has a Southern California connection. The gunman worked for an engineering company that has its headquarters here in Pasadena. NASA's mission control was out of control for 3 hours today after a contract worker from Pasadena's Jacobs Engineering Group somehow smuggled a gun into the Johnson Space Center.
It's a revolver, handgun. It appears to be like a 2-inch barrel or a snub-nosed.
Houston police say 60-year-old Bill Phillips walked into an afternoon meeting, pointed the gun at 2 people, and ordered everyone else out.
As our SWAT team members made entry, they did indeed determine that the suspect shot himself 1 time to the head. Also, on the same floor, there was 1 other hostage that was shot. We believe that may have occurred in the early minutes of this whole ordeal.
The slain hostage was a NASA employee named David Beverly. Police say there had been a dispute between the 2 men, but didn't elaborate. The other hostage, a woman, escaped or was spared after being bound to a chair with duct tape.
Unharmed except for the fact that she was duct taped to a certain degree.
Jacobs Engineering said Phillips had worked for them for more than a dozen years, and up until recently, he'd been a good employee. Now, police found a message scribbled on a dry erase board inside the room where the killings took place. Apparently, Phillips had written down some phone numbers for police to contact after he killed himself. Reporting live from Pasadena, I'm Jennifer Savi, CBS 2 News.
Thank you, Jennifer. One teenager caused 1,700 local students to miss class today. Police in Laverne tonight are still looking for 17-year-old Matthew Wanamaker. His parents told authorities he's missing, along with 3 handguns, a rifle, and ammunition from their home. Wanamaker reportedly made a threat against Bonita High School a few weeks ago, so the principal canceled classes as a precaution. Tonight, for the first time, the family of the Virginia Tech gunman is speaking out. In a letter from his sister to the Associated Press, she wrote in part, "On behalf of our family, we are deeply sorry for the devastation my brother has caused. No words can express our sadness that 32 innocent people lost their lives. We are humbled by this darkness. We feel hopeless, helpless, and lost. This is someone that I grew up with and loved. Now I feel like I don't know this person." Across Virginia, church bells rang to remember the victims of the massacre at Virginia Tech. Friends and relatives of those killed gathered around the campus to mourn. In a show of forgiveness for the shooter, one student placed a 33rd rock at a makeshift memorial, saying Cho was a student there too. Virginia Tech graduates living in the Southern California area are remembering the victims. They gathered in Santa Monica tonight for a candlelight vigil. CBS 2's Lisa Siegel is live with the story. Lisa.
It was an emotional night for Virginia Tech alumni, but all of them said they just had to be here.
Is Lee Geraldine Sherman.
GV Loganathan.
Personally, I didn't know any of them, but I feel like we're all Virginia Tech family, so I feel like I know them all and send love to all of them.
Michael Stephen Pohl Jr.
One by one, the names were read at a candlelight vigil on the beach at Santa Monica. It's how the Los Angeles chapter of Virginia Tech alumni remembered the students and professors who lost their lives on Monday.
There's a lot of people hurting in the Los Angeles area, not only alumni, the Korean community, everyone around the world, and we're just here to show our love and support and to do something, a small part 3,000 miles away from Blacksburg, Virginia.
Just to pay respects to those that lost their lives and to come together in a group that feels like a family this far away.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
With candles lit and in proud Virginia Tech colors, they all remember the moment they heard about the shooting.
Just shock initially. You don't know what to think.
Text message from a friend saying that there was a shooting at Virginia Tech. And I thought he must be mistaken. And by the time I got off the plane, the number had gone from a shooting to 32, and it was unbelievable.
Julia Kathleen Pride.
Unbelievable but true. Now these alumni hope by gathering they send a message to the families who lost so much and the campus that has changed forever, that here, miles away, they are with them.
Let's go Hokies! Let's go Hokies!
The vigil ended on a positive note, everyone sending their thoughts and prayers, knowing classes resume on Monday. From Santa Monica, I'm Lisa Siegel, CBS 2 News.
Thank you, Lisa. It is a California connection to the pet food recall. A state hog farm is under quarantine. Up next, what officials are saying tonight about the possible health risk for humans.
But I'll let you know just how I feel about what a rude little pig you really are.
Alec Baldwin's telephone tirade to his daughter tonight. The actor plans to take action after the recording is leaked.
And I'm Johnny Mountain. We've had a storm all day long with some snow and some rain, thunderstorms, and another storm coming. Your weekend forecasts in a few moments.
In sports, Lakers head coach Phil Jackson has a unique way of getting his team ready for the postseason. The details a little bit later. And it's our last night broadcasting from our Columbia Square studio here in Hollywood. Up next, a sneak peek of our new digs in Studio City.
From CBS 2 Los Angeles, Paul Majors, Laura Diaz, Johnny Mountain with weather, and Jim Hill sports. LA's #1 late newscast. This is CBS 2 News at 11.
A Stanislaus County hog farm is under quarantine tonight because of the pet food scare. An industrial chemical that's contaminated more than 100 brands of dog and cat food was found in pig urine on the farm outside Modesto. Tests are being conducted on 3 live pigs to see if the chemical was in meat produced by the American hog farm. But tonight, state officials say the health risk appears to be minimal for people who ate pork from that farm. It is the tirade on tape that's keeping actor Alec Baldwin from seeing his daughter for a few months. CBS 2 entertainment reporter Christina McClarty is live in the newsroom with reaction to the explosive message left on his daughter's cell phone. Christina.
That's right. It's a shocking phone message provided to us by TMZ.com. The words have led to a courtroom battle, and today Baldwin says he is sorry.
I want to thank my daughter.
Frighteningly different words and tone of voice from actor Alec Baldwin to his 11-year-old daughter, Ireland. Inside Edition provides images of Ireland with her parents.
Divorce is difficult.
Ireland is the subject of a custody battle between Baldwin and his wife, Kim Basinger. While Ireland lives in LA with her mother, Baldwin has been allowed regular visitation rights until now.
And this crap you pull on me with this phone situation that you would never dream of doing to your mother, and you do it to me constantly and over again.
Baldwin went ballistic after his daughter failed to take a prearranged phone call. The actor made an apology on his website saying, quote, "I am sorry to anyone who has taken offense to this episode." A professor of psychiatry at USC reacts.
It seemed like amazingly bad judgment to be saying those things to a child. It seems bad judgment that anyone would take these tapes that were obviously intended for one person and make them public.
Dr. Sugar points out 11 years old is a time of transition from childhood to adolescence, an extremely impressionable age. And while he has no connection to the situation, after listening to words like this,
So you better be ready Friday, the 20th, to meet with me. So I'm going to let you know just how I feel about what a rude little pig you really are. You are a rude, thoughtless little pig, okay?
Dr. Sugar is concerned.
It also would make me think that someone who leaves a message like that for his daughter, what else is he saying at other times?
Today, Baldwin fired back too, filing a court order to find out who leaked the voice message. In the newsroom, I'm Christina McClarty. Paul, back to you.
Christina, thank you very much. Tomorrow begins a new day for CBS 2 and our sister station KCAL 9. We're moving into a new state-of-the-art facility in Studio City. And CBS 2's Dave Malkoff gives us a sneak peek.
Up this ramp is a brand new building, 4200 Radford Avenue in Studio City. Well, brand new for us, but it's built on a foundation of television history. Right here on this ground, this used to be the Gilligan's Island Lagoon. After that, it was the Big Brother house. We knocked that down and built this. Come on inside, I'll show you around. See, we've always been the largest news operation in Los Angeles, but now we are on the cutting edge of television technology for both CBS 2 and KCAL 9 News. Now, we're still putting the finishing touches on everything, as you can see here, but come Saturday, this will be the West Coast flagship operations for the CBS television stations. Take a look at what's in here. In this one room alone, and I've counted, there are 181 digital television screens. And these are bringing in news sources from all over the globe into this one operation here in Los Angeles. One thing we don't use anymore is this, videotape. Let me explain that. You saw all those sources there. Those are video images coming in from all over the world. Think of this building as a giant, huge TiVo. So what we're doing here, revolutionary, is taking these images and plugging them directly into the computer server TiVo-like device and recording it for you. That puts CBS 2 and KCAL 9 at an advantage here in the Southland. You see, we can take the news you want and bring it home to you here in Los Angeles in high definition. And this right here is our HD news control room. There's so much more to this building that I can't even show you right now. For instance, the news sets. When they told me to do this story this morning, they said, make sure you don't show the news set. Well, this is it here. And they didn't say anything about going behind the set. This is the back of it. We can't show you until tomorrow. You definitely want to tune in then. But let me tell you, I have been working in television news since high school, and this is the most impressive television news set I have ever seen. And we have two of these, CBS 2 and KCAL 9.
And you can see them both beginning tomorrow. Time now to check in with Mr. Mountain. You know, he's been frantically packing up everything in the weather office. Has like 16, 17 computers over there. He's only been concerned. All you go by the weather office, this is all you hear. Where's the futon? Did they pack the futon? Did they, John?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm going to be using it in just a few minutes to silence the rest of the newscast. But at any rate, here's what we have for you, my friends. The two-view Doppler right now. We're finding a storm that is beginning to evaporate somewhat. The low-pressure center is near Palm Springs. That's the center where we have the counterclockwise rotation. Out there is the Salton Sea. And there's still some rain out in the Riverside area. However, Snow showers in the mountains should be dissipating overnight. Slight chance of rain between now and in the morning through about the 4 or 5 o'clock hour. And then we should have mostly cloudy skies by the afternoon. But another storm system is coming in. We're going to be telling you about that. So let's take a look at this storm as it's rotating on out of our area. That's the low pressure center. That's all of the rain that moved over Southern California, giving us anywhere between about 1/4 of an inch up to 1.5 inches of rainfall. Where did the 1.5 inches happen? Well, one of the areas was Ventura County, and all the way up into Santa Barbara, the mountain areas, got about 2 inches of rain. It's going to be cool for the weekend. How cold? Well, your Saturday is going to be only 68 degrees, and even cooler on Sunday, 67 degrees, with a chance of rain coming in. It was 55 today, the high, 51 the overnight low. Normal is 74 and 55. Sunrise at 6:15 in the morning, and back in 1958, we were running about 100 degrees. Light showers still around tonight. There's going to be some snow widely scattered in the mountains. The rain will stay mostly east of the downtown area in the valleys. Cool temperatures. Hang on. After the cool weekend with a little chance of a rain shower, it's going to be warmer next week. We're going to look out right now, 48 hours, starting with tonight at 11 o'clock. Here's the next rain event that'll be moving in. Your Saturday looks good, but by Sunday, by 4:30, this is where the rain is going to be, north of Point Conception. So Sunday night, it should roll on through, giving us about a 40% chance of a shower between Sunday night and on into Monday morning. If you want to see the clouds and the rain, we'll take the same look, but this time underneath, finding the rain to the north of us on Saturday. But then on Sunday, you can see the rain showers just north of the mountains getting ready to move down into our area to make that commute a little bit tricky. Looking for temperatures overnight, the 40s and 50s, most areas. Lancaster 40, 24 at Big Bear, 52 at Cathedral City, where the temperatures tomorrow should be about 77. Somewhere in the 60s along the coast, upper 60s from San Pedro all the way out to Anaheim Hills, 67, the same for Lancaster, 48 at Big Bear, and as I said, 77 in Cathedral City. Daily news, AM showers widely scattered, some breezes, blow passes and canyons, about 69. Your weekend, we've talked about it. Then your Monday, a few clouds hanging around. By Tuesday, we start to warm up. And look at your Wednesday, back up into the mid to upper 70s. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, more sunshine and warm temperatures. The rain should be out here. Everybody have a great weekend.
Yeah, pretty pleasant forecast.
Okay, let me... forget it.
Never mind. I'll show you how that
I'll
chair.
I'll
I'll show you
slouch.
how the chair works later.
Okay.
It's a mystery at sea tonight. They found a yacht with sails up, engine running, and the food on the table. We'll have the latest on the search for its crew. Too violent for the stage? It's the beauty queen controversy that has Miss Mexico changing her plans. And as we take a quick break, here are the top picks right now on CBS2.com. You're watching Southern California's #1 newscast, the CBS 2 News, at 11. A mystery at sea as a ghost ship is found floating off Australia's Great Barrier Reef. When rescue crews found it today, the sails were up, the engine was running, and food was on the dinner table, but the 3-man crew is gone. Life jackets, personal items, and a dinghy were also left on board. The Saturday edition of one Australian newspaper quotes police as saying the crew probably fell overboard. The Australian Coast Guard has launched a massive search with 9 planes, 2 helicopters, and 4 rescue boats. Well, it's not too slinky or low cut, but Miss Mexico's dress is causing a pageant gown controversy because it's belted with bullets and accented with sketches of hangings during Mexico's Roman Catholic uprising in the 1920s. It's considered too violent for the Miss Universe pageant, so Miss Mexico, Rosa Maria Ojeda, is redesigning it for the pageant next month in Mexico City. Up next, a surprise find leads to a fortune. And move over, Canute, our own little polar bear star is born. 2 small paintings turn out to be worth a fortune. These Renaissance paintings were found in the bedroom of an elderly teacher who passed away recently. Scholars were stunned. The 2 panels are part of an 8-panel series painted in the 15th century by a famous Italian monk. They disappeared from a church in Florence 200 years ago. No one seems to know how the teacher ended up with them. The 500-year-old paintings just sold at auction for $3.5 million. We'll talk about your Chicago Cubs. There's an unbearably cute new resident at the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago. The polar bear cub made his first public appearance today. He was born in the zoo in December, and they were waiting for him to get a little bigger before showing him off. There will be a contest to name him in a few weeks. Jesus, occurs to me you might want to call him Patches. The Angels and Dodgers in action tonight. Gary Miller is here with a preview of sports. Gary.
Thanks to Johnny. We held off the weather. The Dodgers, currently the hottest team in baseball. Tonight they begin a 6-game homestand, welcoming in their former manager and his Pittsburgh Pirates, but they didn't treat him very well. Plus, You won't believe what Phil Jackson had to say when it comes to motivating his Lakers for Sunday's playoff opener. That's all ahead in sports. The rain stayed away. The Dodgers open a 3-game weekend series against the Pirates at Chavez Ravine tonight. Dodgers going for their 8th win in their last 10. Did it on the road. Let's see if they can do it at home. And Randy Wolf was brilliant tonight against the Pirates. First inning, he got all the offensive support he would need against Pirates starter Tony Armas. Rafael Furcal and Juan Pierre come around. They have been quite the 1-2 punch here, scoring on Nomar Garcia-Parra's single. Randy Wolf got into the hitting rampage. 2 doubles in the night. They had a 6-run third inning. Dodgers ballooned to an 8-1 lead, and Wolf did the rest from the mound. Struck out the side in his last inning of work, had 10 Ks in 6 innings, including this big yacker to Adam LaRoche, and the Dodgers keep winning. Win it 10-2, Randy.
Felt great. I felt I finally got in a good rhythm. My body felt great, and he was ready to let me go back out there, but we kind of had a long bottom of the 6th, and he changed his mind, and I understood. But yeah, as long as I feel good, ready to go out there again, I think that's the most important thing.
Very emotional night tonight in Anaheim for Angels starter Joe Saunders. Got special permission to wear his alma mater, Virginia Tech's hat. He was a 2002 draft choice out of that school. It's been a very rough week for him because of what happened on his campus. But he rose to the occasion tonight against the Mariners. Got some great defensive support there from Casey Kochman. Saunders 6 shutout innings. Vlad Guerrero's been out since being beaned Monday at Boston. He responded with 3 hits in his 4th home run of the year, and the Angels won as well. Now to the NBA. The playoffs begin on Sunday for the Lakers, who won't see action until that afternoon against the Suns in Phoenix for the first of their best-of-7 series. We hope it goes that far. Tip-off for the game, 12 noon locally. The Lakers are a huge underdog. And to get them in the right frame of mind, head coach Phil Jackson showed the team some movies at film session. After practice, Phil was asked if there was any message he was trying to send the players, particularly from the 2005 movie Hustle and Flow.
You know, it's hard out here for a pimp, you know. But we really wanted them to get the essence of the message of work and not stopping, and the idea of the underdog kind of role too in that situation.
I mean, we may be underdogs in the series, but we're not underdogs, in our own minds and hearts. We're gonna go out there and play. We're gonna get after it, and we feel like we can win this series, and we're gonna take it a game at a time.
Okay, in his own words, Phil's a pimp, and he knows what it's like to have a bad hip. So does Josh Shipp. He's already had surgery on one, his right, 2 years ago. Now he's going to have surgery on his left. He'll be on crutches for a month, out for about 3 months to begin his rehab, but he will be the Bruins' returning leading scorer, should be ready in time for the season. That's the last sportscast here from
Did you get
the
fired?
Columbia Square.
What
No, it's just fair.
That's right, we're moving.
Yeah.
I thought he was telling us.
I thought he had thought you knew something.
Yeah, they had big news.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, like
that is it for us. In fact, we know you have many choices for news, and we thank you for choosing CBS 2. As Gary just pointed out, not only the last sportscast, our last broadcast from historic Columbia Square here in Hollywood. Tomorrow, we begin our newscast from our new facility in Studio City. With that, I ask our director, Ron Magdaleno, to bring down the lights one last time. Good night, everyone.